following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com. Also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Codiano State Farm Insurance, Heartland Plumbing, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hers Incorporated, Rice Precision Manufacturing, The Bullpen, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, New Frontier Tax and Business Services, the Lumberyard Arts Center, Jobats, Baldwin City Community Newspaper, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to playoff football tonight from Hayden High School in Topeka, Kansas, as the 7-1 Hayden Wildcats host a 3-5 Baldwin Bulldogs here in the opening round of the 3A state playoffs. I'm Bryce Kessler along with Ryan Hilmer as we welcome you to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Biggest storyline tonight, certainly the absence of some really talented ball players on the Baldwin side. Starting quarterback and safety Jack Harvey is out. The Bulldogs' top receiver and corner Riker Grossner is out. And one of the leading tacklers and leaders of this Bulldog defense, Wesley Martin, who is also their starting left guard typically, is out. Not to mention the other injuries that they have accrued throughout this season. And the Bulldogs face a tough matchup and a tough environment as it is tonight. Only tougher, not at full strength. And that's where the Bulldogs find themselves tonight. So we'll see if they can overcome that adversity and pull off an upset here tonight. It will be a tough task. The 7-1 Hayden Wildcats have hopes to go deep into the postseason this year, and they are primed to do just that. It starts here tonight on their home field. On the good news side, it's another beautiful night for football. 67 degrees, clear skies, just a very slight breeze out of the east. We've batted 1,000 this year when it comes to good weather. And we have another great weather evening here in Topeka tonight. Plenty more to come here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame shows. We get you set for this playoff opener between the Baldwin Bulldogs and the Topeka Hayden Wildcats. It's coming up on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show as we get you set tonight for some playoff footballs. The Baldwin Bulldogs are on the road to take on the Topeka Hayden Wildcats. Pregame show presented by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank. Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or savings for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For over 120 years, they've helped serve our community. Enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Let's get set for this matchup tonight as we take a look at what's happened to get here for the Bulldogs. There's the schedule so far this season. has led up to this playoff opener, 3-5 on the season for the Bulldogs. 3 losses to start it, 3 wins in the middle, and then a couple of losses to round it out against Bishop Ward and Wellsville. Last week, the 42-0 loss to Wellsville. More impactful than just the loss itself was the loss of a couple more key players early in that game for the Bulldogs. And over the last 2 games now, they've lost Riker Grossner, they've lost Wesley Martin, they've lost Jacob Harvey, and it's hard to overstate those losses. They're big, and it's certainly going to be an impactful players missing in this game for the Bulldogs tonight on the road against Hayden.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming in, it's going to be a tough hill to climb against an already really good Hayden team here, but you got to have that next man up mentality and next person step up, make some plays here. This is your opportunity to shine. But yeah, overall, I think if this is going to be the last game looking back on this year so far, the schedule has been an improvement for Baldwin this year. Certainly, I think looking back, that Bishop Ward game, losing Grossner in that one was huge. If they could have turned that game around, might be looking at a different story this week. But yeah, it's next man up mentality tonight.
So some guys are going to have a chance to make a statement, and it would be a statement to knock off this 7-1 Topeka Hayden Wildcat team. The only loss you see there, a 37-13 loss to Holton, one of the contenders and the favorites to win the whole thing this year. Hayden is in that conversation as well, and they bounced back nicely from that lone loss with a 56-0 dismantling of Hiawatha. And so they are looking to make a deep run of this postseason are the Hayden Wildcats. You take a look at the 3A state bracket. This is obviously not the full bracket. This is just the little capsule of where these two teams find themselves. You can see Wellsville and Royal Valley. The other matchup, the winners of these 2 matchups will face in the state regional next week. So that's the goal, get past Hayden and perhaps get a chance to rematch with Wellsville next week. So not an easy road, as you'd expect it not to be an easy road for a third-seeded team out of District 3 for Baldwin. They expanded them this year, the playoffs, and so Baldwin is in here. They've got a chance against this 7-1 Hayden team tonight to make a statement and pull off an upset, but it will certainly be a challenge. We'll take a look at the scouting report of the Wildcats from Hayden High School. When we come back, you're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome back to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show as we're getting set for a playoff opener here for the Baldwin Bulldogs. They are on the road taking on the Topeka Hayden Wildcats here on another beautiful evening for football. And let's take a look at the opponent here tonight, Ryan, the 7-1 Topeka Hayden Wildcats. Offensively, something that the Bulldogs have seen this year. They'll run a full house backfield. They like the wing T. They're going to have multiple guys they're going to hand the ball off to. Now, they will spread it out from time to time and put the ball in the air, but predominantly this is a run-dominant offense that features one of the best offensive linemen in the state of Kansas, and in fact, by some recruiting measures, one of the top offensive linemen in the country, and Joe Otting, their right guard. So we expect to see a bunch of running from this three-headed backfield of Hayden tonight.
Yeah, pretty balanced team, but they'll probably run the ball more than they pass it, about 2-to-1 clip. They got 3 really good running backs they can hand it to. J.C. Cummings, Braden Rose, and Finn Dunshee, 2 seniors and a junior, respectively. So never really know who's going to get the ball. They have just about even carries this year, and also their quarterback, number 7, Jet Wallmeyer. He's completion percentage over 70%, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, so taking care of the ball, and it's going to be a tough task defensively for Baldwin because this is a pretty balanced and explosive team. They've scored north of 40 points in 5 of their 8 games this year, so it's going to be tough.
And coming off a season-high 56 last week in the victory over Hiawatha. Defensively for Hayden, we expect to see a 4-4 scheme out of this Wildcat defense. They're big and disruptive up front. They are led in tackling by their 2 inside linebackers, Jude Conrad and J.C. Cummings. As really any good defense, you've got those 2 guys in the inside, those backers that clean up pretty much everything, and that's the case here with this Wildcat defense.
Yeah, I mean, on offense for Baldwin, they're going to have to get a little creative tonight, I think. They're going to have to find some ways to get some seams, maybe take a shot here and there, but it's going to be tough. Like you said, this defense, they're big up front, and they got a couple guys that just tackle everything in Cummings and Conrad. So, yeah, it's going to be tough, but some players got to step up tonight and make some plays.
Shutouts in 2 of their last 3 ball games for the Hayden defense, but the one in between, they give up a season-high 37 in that loss to Hiawatha. So a challenge, no doubt, for the Baldwin Bulldogs here tonight as they look to take down the 7-1 Hayden Wildcats in this playoff opener. We'll take a look at our State Farm Insurance game plan to see how those Bulldogs might get the job done next when we come back here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show for Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. We are at Topeka Hayden High School tonight on a beautiful night here, week 9 of the high school football season, just a couple of days away from Halloween. We've got I've got a Scooby-Doo in my house for Halloween, and it just so happens that Ryan's a Shaggy this year for Halloween, so who knew we matched up so well?
Full Scooby-Doo this year.
We're going full Scooby-Doo in this broadcast booth tonight. I was supposed to be Shaggy as well, and my wife did not feel like she could pull off Velma, so so I guess we're not. Okay. So instead, we're making our dog the Mystery Machine, and to go around with our little guy who just turned 1, and he's going to be a little Scooby-Doo. We call him a dog because he basically his big brother, if you will, is a dog, and so he likes to emulate the dog. So we figured Scooby-Doo, that's a perfect Halloween costume for him.
Yeah, there you go. Should be a fun Halloween weekend, I hope.
No doubt. Be safe in Halloween. I feel like it was always cold and like just miserable on Halloween as a kid, but man, this is going to be beautiful Halloween for the kids.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's dive into not our Halloween plans, Ryan, but tonight's game plan presented by Codiano at State Farm Insurance as we look for what the Bulldogs can do to try to pull off this upset here in the opening round of the playoffs tonight against Hayden.
Yeah, I think number one, you're going to have to shorten the game. Fewer possessions, better tonight. You're going to have to use the play clock, high percentage throws. Don't turn the ball over and just kind of try to mount some long drives, take some time off the clock. Don't let Hayden have as much time on the ball, and maybe they won't score as many points as they usually do. Number two, special teams. You got to do something on special teams. That has been a little bit subpar this year, but if you can take a kick back tonight, maybe onside kick recovery, a fake punt, something, pull out all the stops here tonight, and then control what you can control. I think that's the biggest one. No penalties, no turnovers, like I mentioned. Just do your job. It's the next man up mentality. A lot of guys going to get a big opportunity, including the quarterback Ethan Williams tonight, to just show what you can do and kind of improve and grow for the future.
That's your game plan presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno. Go sit down, have a cup of coffee with him and his team over at State Farm Insurance. They'd love to get to know you and find out how we can help you protect the people and things you value most, whether it's updating a current policy or if you're looking to switch to something brand new. Go see how Cody Anno at State Farm Insurance can help you out. 208 Baker Street in Baldwin City, or call 785-594-0270 online at codyismyagent.com. Hayden and Baldwin, playoff matchup. They played for the first time since 03 last year. Hayden won via shutout here on this same field a year ago, 36-0. Last Baldwin win over Hayden was 1982. They've only played 5 times since, but Baldwin, who won in 81 and 82, is hoping 22 is a good one as well. It's Baldwin and Hayden coming up in the first round of the 3A state playoffs. You've been watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get. A better banking experience with your friends and neighbors down at the Baldwin State Bank in downtown Baldwin City. For over 120 years, they've helped serve our community. And go see how they can continue to do that for you now. BaldwinStateBank.com, and give them a call, 785-594-6421. Your starting lineups and the opening kick coming up right after this. You're watching Bulldog Football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm Insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here to Topeka Hayden High School. It is almost football time here in Hayden. Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center. As we look at that Hayden offense and the Baldwin defense up there, no Wesley Martin, their leader at inside backer. No Grossner or Harvey in the secondary tonight. They're going to need a big night from that D-line of Van Horn, Williams, and Davidson. Michael and Guy Morgan starting at the inside backers. Big task for them as well tonight. For Hayden, that wing T offense, they'll spread the wealth with their trio of backs, Cummings, Rose, and Dunshee. Really good O-line anchored by right guard, number 65, Joe Otting. A Notre Dame commit, one of the top-ranked inside linemen in the country in the 2023 class. Flipping the sides of the football here, we take a look now at the Baldwin offense and that Hayden defense. Starters there, freshman Ethan Williams getting the start at quarterback for the injured Jack Harvey. Fellow freshman Jackson Rude at wide receiver as well tonight for the Bulldogs. And Michael Newman gets the start on the O-line in Martin's place at left guard. The defense of the Hayden Wildcats, two inside backers, Conrad and Cummings. Top tacklers on this team behind two-way All-State lineman Joe Otting. Jamison Kennedy, really good safety on the back end of that defense for Hayden. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Lumberyard Arts Center as you take a look there at the upcoming lineup. Hometown Halloween tomorrow night there in downtown Baldwin City, 5 to 7 o'clock. So some community Halloween fun for all. Don't miss out on that. Your next Lumberyard Live on High coming up on November 18th. Find all the details of those and more at lumberyardartscenter.org. Create, play, and innovate at your creative home in Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Arts Center. Back for the opening kick in a moment. You're watching Bulldog Football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Baldwin on the road tonight to take on the 7-1 Topeka Hayden Wildcats here in the opening round of the 3A state football playoffs. And the field here looks very wintry at Topeka Hayden High School, Ryan, but it is anything but wintry feeling outside. 67 degrees here at kickoff tonight. So a beautiful night of football on a, as you were saying earlier, a Soldier Field-esque looking field. It looks greener on the camera than it actually does in person, if you can believe it.
Week 17 Soldier Field. It's after a long season.
So they will do the ceremonial or the coin toss, if you will. They have already done it, but they're going to. And maybe they didn't do it pre-game.
I don't think they did, but you can just see in that visual right there, number 65. Joe Otting is a big guy.
It's like a different dude.
Yeah, Notre Dame commit, 6'4", 280-pound senior.
A two-way all-state player, both the offensive line and the defensive line for Hayden. And he is not only one of the best in Kansas, but he is ranked. There's multiple different ranking services you can go by, but he's pretty much across the board a consensus top 25 national recruit as an interior offensive lineman. So he's the real deal. And if you're Hayden, that's a nice guy to have to be able to run the football behind. So I would Baldwin's defensive line, they're going to have their hands full tonight. They've got to be able to certainly not going to necessarily win that battle, but you have to be able to kind of hold your own, not let them continue to peel off and get that second level block. So that's what's going to open up the big play potential.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we've talked about that defensive line for Baldwin quite a bit this year and how good they've been. The Van Horn and Davidson, and I believe Newman is in there sometimes in the nose guard.
And Williams.
Yeah, Devin Williams. So it'll be a tough task for them tonight, but see if they're up for it.
So Baldwin will get the football as we are now set for tonight's opening kickoff. It is brought to you by the Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Just a few days left, November 4th. That is next Friday, a week from tonight, is the registration deadline for the 2022-23 youth basketball season. So make sure you get your youngster signed up. And I'm going to tell you, don't be late. They don't like it when you miss those deadlines. I know from personal experience. I have to hear about it. So, no, but seriously, it's next Friday is the deadline. So don't delay. Go get registered now at Baldwin City. BaldwinRec.org, and you can make sure to get those youngsters signed up for youth basketball season coming up with the Baldwin City Recreation Commission.
Yeah, basketball season sneaking up on us already.
That's right. We, in fact, we starting to look at our broadcast calendar. We'll maybe look at that a little bit later on here tonight. Basketball season, we'll have Bulldog hoops for you throughout the winter here on Baldwin Sports Live once again. But it is still football season, and we have a playoff game to get to. So here we go. Ethan Williams, who has a big task tonight on his plate, starting quarterback in this game, and he takes over the kicking and the punting duties as well. So Williams will kick it off to get this ball game underway. And I thought that Hayden deferred, but apparently Hayden chose to receive the opening kick. So here we go as Casey Hamrick makes the tackle on the kick return, brought back to the 35-yard line there by Cooper Kolbach. And here we go. First series of downs for Hayden. They'll start on their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 for Hayden on their own 35-yard line.
Full house backfield. They're going to run that wing tee with three different guys who are all going to get the football. And the first touch with a huge hole off the left side is to their leading runner, J.C. Cummings. Guy Morgan runs him down and around the 18-yard line. But Cummings, who leads the team in carries with 52 of them and a team-high 7 touchdowns, second of the team in yardage. He takes the first carry for a big tote down to the 18-yard line. So a 47-yard first down run from Cummings before Morgan could run him down.
Baldwin's seen quite a bit of this offense so far, this style of offense, I should say, this year. This time they're going to spread it out, more of a look that Baldwin likes to go with.
Schrickle, who is in the slot left, now the man in motion. He is their leading receiver, gets it on a jet sweep, puts it on the ground, able to scoop it up, and is dropped at the 20, a loss of a yard. A tackle made by Michael Newman on the end of that play as Schrickle goes for a loss of 1 on that carry.
That's what I was starting to say before they spread it out on me there. You're going to get a lot of motions, a lot of misdirection, try to run some counters on you and get your eyes in the wrong places.
So stay with the spread here. Cummings is the back, standing behind the sophomore quarterback, Jet Wallmeyer. Now he empties the backfield, and the lefty Wallmeyer throws a completed pass down to the 15-yard line and twisted near that first down marker. Capel makes the tackle on Schrickle. It looks like they marked him a yard short, but
got a penalty flag down on this near side, the line judge.
So let's see what the call is.
Flags kind of blend into this.
Yeah, I was looking for it and I can't find it. So it's an illegal procedure penalty against the Hayden Wildcats. So that wipes out a 10-yard completion to Schrickle, and will make it second down and 16 from the 24-yard line. So Hayden will put 2 backs back in the backfield now. Dunchie is the wing on the left side. Rose in front of Cummings in the eye behind Wallmeyer. Cummings gets the handle, and he'll take it down to the 15-yard line. 9-yard run on that second and long. Sam Darnell makes the tackle for the Bulldogs. Just shy of the 15. They put it at the 16-yard line. Here it'll be third down and about 7. They'll call it 3rd and 6 for Hayden. Opening drive of the game for the 7-1 Topeka Hayden Wildcats. 3rd down and 6. Handoff goes to Dunchie, trying to get to the corner on the right side. Capel hits him at the hip, but not able to cut him down as Dunchie goes out of bounds with a first down. Not only is it hard, Ryan, to see a flag, it's hard to see the yard lines out there on the field. So,
especially on that far side.
Yeah. And they're going to mark it at the 6. It's a 10-yard run for Dunchie. And it's a first down and goal for Hayden. Scoreboard says the 6. My eyes look like it's more on the 7, and I don't really know because it's one giant field tonight without markings, it feels like. Fake the handoff to the fullback Rose, and wanted Schrickle on the slant, threw it behind him, and it'll bring up a second down and goal for the Wildcats.
Pass incomplete for number 7, Jet Wallmeyer, intended for number 9, Jensen Schrickle.
It's the type of team, too, when on defensively, you kind of want to get your guys rushing upfield to get to the quarterback on those passes. But if you do that too much, they can hit you with those counters and those sweeps. Cut it right up inside you.
Cummings is the back. Dunshee normally in the backfield is in the slot to the right. Top receiver Schrickle is slot left. And before the snap, penalty flag. McGibney was the man in motion, but it's a false start against Hayden. So a little bit of a sloppy start here for Hayden on this opening drive, Ryan. A couple of penalties. They dropped a football on the ground. They recovered it, but nonetheless, a couple of miscues early as the Wildcats trying to overcome those, but they put themselves now in a tough spot. Second and goal at 12.
Yeah, those are those little things Baldwin's going to have to take advantage of and work in their favor.
McGivney again goes in motion. And another penalty flag pre-snap. And this is another false start against Hayden. And now a timeout has been taken by Hayden. So Bill Arnold does not like the way his team has started here on this opening drive with already 3 procedural penalties. And they'll take an early timeout less than 2 minutes into this opening quarter. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors, the #1 land brokerage for farm, ranch, and recreational properties. If you're looking to find your next dream property or thinking about listing, go with the best in the business. Your local Baldwin City brokers, Shad and Penny Sheldon at Hayden Outdoors. If you desire an escape to country living, they've got the perfect modern farmhouse available just outside of Baldwin right now. This newly remodeled home sits on just under 4 acres of tree-lined, undeveloped farm ground. See the beautiful property and more at HaydenOutdoors.com. So now, second down in goal from back at the 17-yard line for Hayden as they have moved backwards with back-to-back procedural penalties. And this is, we talked in the opening, our game plan, State Farm Insurance game plan, Ryan, and opportunities that you have to be able to take advantage of. And Baldwin right now has been presented with one. They need to come up with a stop here if they can.
Yeah, you can't imagine that Hayden's going to continue to commit this many penalties throughout the course of the game. So you got to try to take advantage right now and work this series in your favor.
No first down to be had. They have to go 17 yards in the next 3 snaps. This is second and goal at the 17-yard line. From the shotgun, under pressure, flips it out to the 10-yard line where it's hauled in for about half the yardage needed back near the goal line. Schrickle takes it to, it looks like,
number 7, Jet Walmeyer, to number 17, Hayden McGivney.
the 8-yard line or so. As McGivney actually on the catch. I apologize, but I really am struggling to see these yard lines. I can't tell where the ball is at all. So that's a 9-yard completion, and it sets up third down and goal now at the 7. McGivney in motion. Schrickle, nobody home as he tried to throw quick. Dunshee broke in. The ball went out. So an incomplete pass brings up fourth down.
From a Hayden perspective, you feel like they're getting a little too cute with the play calling here. First play of the game, you break off a huge run and then go to the air. A couple incompletions presents Baldwin with a chance to stop you here on fourth down.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point there, Ryan, as it's now fourth and goal at the 7. If you're Baldwin, though, I don't think you can just be sure they're going to throw here. If the running attack that they have, this is a really good rushing team. They average 265 yards rushing per game. They have an I formation here on a fourth and goal at the 7-yard line. Fake it up the middle, then they come outside with Dunshee, who explodes in for the touchdown. 7-yard touchdown run by Finn Dunshee. And it took a fourth down and goal conversion, but the Wildcats are in after an 8-play opening drive.
Another team that's going to give you a little swinging gate look. Probably rearrange the formation, kick the extra point here, but got to be prepared for it.
Schrickle is the kicker if they do kick. And now it looks like a Baldwin timeout as Hayden, whether they were just trying to get him to use a timeout or whether they're actually going to go for it. It looked like they were not going to swing the gate, if you will. They were going to go for the 2 points that looked like there. So Baldwin will take a timeout and draw up the defense to adjust to that, as the Hayden Wildcats have put a touchdown on the board here on their opening drive of this game. Wasn't the prettiest of drives for Hayden. 3 false start penalties, a near fumble that they were able to get back after dropping it in the backfield, but in the end, Finn Dunshee capped it off on a 4th and goal at the 7. So now Schrickle back out there. If they do kick it, he's 22 out of 24 this year on extra points.
Sometimes you call it timeout strategy reasons, and the reason why Hayden called the first timeout was the bark of the officials a little bit.
So they do snap it. They will go for 2. Toss to Wallmeyer, throws, and it is caught by the tight end. Or check that, it's not the tight end. That's actually Jamison Kennedy. And Kennedy hauls in the 2, and it is 8-0 Hayden with 9:21 to go in the first here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Schrickle's kick is fielded by Jaden Michael just ahead of his own 10-yard line. And Michael will get it back just shy of the 20. That's where the Bulldogs will take over. Jacob Padilla and Broderick Desch on the tackle for Hayden. So they will put it at the 19, I think. And Baldwin's offense will take the field for the first time, and it's freshman quarterback Ethan Williams, who came in relief last week and has played in some other moments throughout the year. And he gets to start tonight, his first career start, in replacing the junior starter and injured quarterback Jacob Harvey. In the first play for the Bulldogs, they go on the ground to Cody Buck for a couple of yards. Ben Evans makes the tackle after the 3-yard run by Buck to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Be interesting to see game plan wise if the Bulldogs changed anything this week. Got a full week to prepare with Ethan Williams, unlike last week, kind of just being thrust into the game after the injury to Harvey.
He's thrown 11 passes on the year in the 4 games he has played in, and this is Williams on the keeper this time. No gain on that play. This is a big defensive line. They've got 5'8", 260-pound defensive tackle Jimmy Longstaff, 6'4", 280-pound D-end, and Joe Otting, a two-way All-State player, and then Julian McGivern and Carter Shervat on that line as well. And the 2 tackling machines in the middle, J.C. Cummings and Jude Conrad. That was Conrad who made that stop, so no gain on that run by Williams. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Williams looking to throw for the first time. Got hit on the arm as he was trying to release that. That was Otting who had the pressure on Williams. And the pass falls incomplete, intended for Cody Buck. Brings up 4th down and 7 for Baldwin here on their opening drive.
Yeah, just got pressured early. I think if he could have escaped that pressure, he might have had a receiver or 2 to throw it to. But when you get pressure that early in your face, there's not a lot you can do as a quarterback.
So Williams will now drop a little deeper to punt. The snap bounces back to him, but he's able to stay composed and get rid of a pretty nice punt. And it will be down on the 48-yard line. So that is where Hayden will start for their second possession. A touchdown on the opening drive. It wasn't the cleanest of drives, but it resulted in 8 points nonetheless for the Wildcats. So here they come for the second time, and I think you made a good point, Ryan. They went to the air more than we anticipated on that opening drive, and not necessarily to good results. So let's see if they go back to their bread and butter a little bit more now on this second drive.
Yeah, I know they're a team that they'll send a lot of motions at you. It just seemed like they're getting pretty cute with their play calling, a lot of motions, and saw a couple false start penalties, and Coach Arnold did not like that.
The Wallmeyer under center. There's that motion as Dunshee comes across the formation. Wallmeyer will throw for the fourth time already in this game. Outreached hands, makes the catch. Schrickle tight ropes the sideline, stays in bounds, and takes it for a 48-yard touchdown. Good footwork down the near sideline by Schrickle as he hauls in his 9th touchdown of the season. And it is a 14-0 lead for Hayden.
That was a nice little tightrope job on the sideline down here on the near side.
And they went with the swinging gate formation, snapped it, and converted the 2 on their last point after. And this time they're going to just line up straight with their offense to go for 2. Wallmeyer throws it, and a knee, I think, was down as that ball was caught by Andrew Calderon. He then flipped it to Big Joe Otting. They were trying to get their lineman in for the 2-point conversion, but the knee was down for Calderon when he caught it, so therefore the ball is down. 14-0 after 2 possessions for Hayden with 7:38 left to go in the first here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Cody Buck on the return here for Baldwin. Takes a big hit at the end of what is a nice return there by Cody Buck. Back to the 37-yard line. Daniel Rodriguez on the stop for Hayden. So here comes the Baldwin offense now for the second time. First possession of this game for Baldwin, a 3-and-out.
That was a nice little return there from Cody Buck. That was one of our keys coming in, is you got to do something on special teams, try to make a little bit of a difference in this game.
Down 14 early. Baldwin on the road here in this playoff opener against a very good 7-1 Hayden team. It's Buck on first down, and like they started last series, they get a nice gain out of Buck on first down. He picks up 7 out to the 44-yard line. So a manageable down and distance to work with now after that run. They'll mark it officially at the 43-yard line. So the 6-yard run brings up a second down and 4.
I just think Buck's improved so much this year. He just seems like he's running harder and harder every week. Really good. Turned himself into a really good running back. Looks like Baldwin is a man short with Buck going off. Jaden Michael runs on.
Buck, the leading rusher, left with Harvey out. Harvey at 811 yards this year. Buck at 495. The second leading rusher this year. And Williams, whether he was wanting to just fake that or they were trying to hand it, it looked a little bit discombobulated in the backfield. And Williams gets eaten up back at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard loss. Jude Conrad on the stop.
And you know what? As if Baldwin needed any more injury problems, Cody Buck's getting checked out on that far sideline.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It has been a tough season. I mean, Baldwin, we knew coming in that they were a little lower on numbers, and especially like if you look at the Hayden opponent you're facing, just the amount of bodies that are available. And then you start losing some guys, and Doesn't take long before you get real thin, and this pass is intercepted by Conrad as Williams was trying to fit that ball into Sam Darnell, the Bulldogs' top receiver, but Conrad comes up with the pick, and it will set up Hayden in plus territory to start their next drive.
Yeah, that's just tough. I mean, Hayden, obviously, they've watched some film on the Bulldogs. They know, with especially Grosvenor out, Darnell's their top target. That's who Williams is going to be looking for, and just able to jump under that route, turn it over.
A turnover for Baldwin is their 16th of the year. They're a -9 in the turnover differential this season. This sets up 1st and 10 at the 39 of Baldwin. Short field for Hayden. They go on the ground to J.C. Cummings on 1st down. And Cummings is driven into the field at about the 27-yard line by Van Horn. It's a 12-yard run and a new set of downs for Hayden.
Made by number 52, Jake Van Horn.
Hayden with a 14-0 lead here in the opening quarter. 5:57 to play in this first period. Touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives of this game. First drive went 8 plays, 64 yards. Second drive needed just 1 play, a 48-yard pass to Jensen Schrickle.
J.C. Cummings coming into play, averaging 9.4 yards a carry. That'll get it done.
Take almost a first down every time he touches it. Even with a team-high 7 touchdown carries on the year. Schrickle at the 25 is tossed out by Capel. That's a short gain, just 1 for Jensen Schrickle, their top receiver.
Number 1, Tristan Capel.
Bring up a 2nd down and 9. Cody Buck is back in the lineup right now for Baldwin. He's getting checked out on that last offensive series, but he's back out there at his safety spot, so that's good news. Dunshee goes in motion off the wing, and they go up the middle with Cummings. J.C. Cummings down inside the 10-yard line. Van Horn makes the stop, but that is good for another 12 yards for Cummings and another first down for Hayden. 1st and goal.
A good example right there, just running right behind that big right guard, Joe Otting. Opened up a hole for the first man through.
Wallmeyer tosses it back to Cummings, running behind Rose. They go left side this time, down to about the 5, into a pile of Bulldogs. 3 more yards there for Cummings, brings up a 2nd down and goal. Put it at the 4, it looks like. So 2nd down and goal, under 4.5 down to go in this first quarter. 4 returning starters along this offensive line from last year for Hayden, including a D1 guy at right guard. This ball is tossed into the end zone for a touchdown. The tight end Hedgewalk comes up with it. The sophomore, just his 3rd catch of the year. But that one is good for a 3-yard touchdown. And it is a 20-0 lead for Hayden.
It's a perfect example right there of just having your eyes in the wrong place as a defensive back. Get caught on a couple run plays, and then you come up on a play action. Before you know it, somebody's running right past you into the corner of the end zone.
They've gone for 2 on each of their first 2 touchdowns in this game. Once out of the swinging gate, once out of the traditional offense, and they will keep the offense out there for this one.
It's interesting. They got a pretty good kicker, 22 of 24 on extra points, but
trying to run that same play they ran
really want it
previously, and this time Tristan Capel was all over it. So 20-0 Hayden with 4:16 to go in the first here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Jensen Trickle to kick off for Topeka. Hayden, the Wildcats on top 20-0 with 4:16 left to play in this first quarter. Jaden Michael, the return man here for Baldwin. Made first man miss, gets back to around the 22 or 3, I think. And that's where the Baldwin offense will come out for their third possession now. A couple of three-play drives so far. They went 3 and out with a punt on their opening drive, and then on the third play of their second drive, an interception ended that one.
Just gotta find anything you can, maybe get a first down, get some momentum rolling here.
So Buck back in there. He is to the right of Williams. They go to the back to his left, Vance Morgan. And Morgan maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much more than that. Jimmy Longstaff with the tackle, and they're going to mark it for about a 1-yard loss. On second down and 11 now for Baldwin.
Loss of 1 brings up second and 11.
Freshman quarterback Ethan Williams going up against a really good Hayden defensive front. Tough task for him tonight. As he fakes to Buck, they roll Williams out, and he finds Darnell. And Sam has a Bulldog first down out to the 36-yard line. So there you go. Give him some space to throw. And Williams with a nice ball right there to the Bulldogs' top receiver now on the year in terms of receptions, Sam Darnell.
Yeah, 100%. That was a nice play design, nice execution there, rolling him out to his right. We've seen a lot of that with Jack Harvey, too. He's more comfortable throwing on the run. Maybe Ethan Williams learned a little something from that.
We'll see if that can get Williams rolling now in this offense. Clean completion out to the 37-yard line. First down to 36-yard line. First down and 10. Williams this time rolling to his left. Good block by Morgan on the edge to keep Williams upright. And the pass a little bit too high for Capel. It falls incomplete. Dylan Foster on the coverage. We'll bring up a second down and 10 from the 36-yard line. So the Bulldogs able to get their first down of this game on this drive. Now we'll see if they can put a couple more together here with 3:22 left to play in the opening quarter, trailing 20-0 here on the road.
It was a really nice job by the left tackle, Van Horn, that time. It's something that gets overlooked on those plays where the quarterback's rolling out, is those tackles got to really seal the end.
Buck met in the backfield. Is drugged down by a duo of Julian McGivern and Joe Otting.
You can see defensively, Hayden can just rotate guys, run some more big guys on. Big guys come off, so they're a deep team set up to possibly make a run in these playoffs, I think.
Yeah, they've high expectations this year after a really good year last season. They started 6-0 this year, did Hayden. It was their first 6-0 start since 19, only their second since 2006. And they have looked good so far tonight as Vance Morgan makes a nice move in the backfield to make a man miss. Takes it out to the 42. 8-yard run there, and that will help make it a manageable third down situation or a fourth down situation if they're going to go for it. After a third down and 13, he picks up 8, but it looks like they're going to send the punt team out.
Makes it 4th and 5 for the Bulldogs.
This might be a spot for a fake here if you're drawing something like that up, but we'll see.
A late change made by Hayden to try and match it and get the return team out there, and Williams does punt it away. Nice spiraling punt down inside the 30-yard line. It'll be down at around the 29 by Jonathan Wren. So the Bulldogs do pick up their first down of the game on that drive, but it ends with a punt nonetheless. And now the defense is tasked with trying to come up with their first stop of this game, as Hayden has had the ball 3 times, and they have scored 3 touchdowns. Ball is marked at the 29-yard line. That is where this Hayden offense goes to work so far. Wildcats have tallied 97 yards on the ground and 62 through the air. So Ryan mentioned they're a pretty balanced team as far as the way they run their offense, and that is what we've seen so far. Wallmeyer has already thrown it 6 times through 3 possessions. He'll hand it off to Cummings on first down this time around. And he takes it into Bulldog territory before Van Horn can run him down to the 45-yard line. It's a 26-yard run by Cummings. That puts him over the century mark here in this first half. It's a 1st and 10 for the Baldwin 45. This time Broderick Desch gets the carry. And Desch bullies his way down to the 31-yard line, a 14-yard run. They've got a deep stable of backs on this team. Dylan Williams made the tackle on the end of that run. Eight different guys have double-digit carries this year for Hayden. This is Finn Dunshee, the pulling guard. Otting out there leading the way for him, and Dunshee takes it to the house. 31-yard touchdown run. He's scored his 2nd touchdown of the game on just 3 carries, and it's 26-0 Hayden with the point after pending.
Yeah, interesting. Gave a little tackle overlook that time, brought the tight end over in the usual left tackle spot, and had an extra lineman on that right side, and they caved in that right side, and able to just kind of walk it in. There was Dunshee.
Back to the swinging gate look for Hayden this time. They have failed in their last 2 two-point tries after they successfully converted the first, so now they will attempt the extra point kick with Jensen Schrickle, who is 22 out of 24 on the year. And his kick is good to make it 27-0 Hayden with 1:14 left to play in the first here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hayden kicks off with 1:15 left to play in this first quarter. Jaden Michael bobbled the return, able to get it picked up and returns it to about the 23-yard line. Tackle by Jamison Kennedy. So the Baldwin offense did convert a first down the last time they had it. They're only of the game so far, but they have found themselves now a 4-touchdown hole early on, as Hayden is a perfect 4 of 4 touchdowns to drive so far. Baldwin just the 1 first down through 3 drives, just 25 yards of offense.
Yeah, showed a little bit of promise there on the last drive, though. Like you said, the 1 first down. Williams, a nice completion to Sam Darnell.
From the 23-yard line, first down and 10. Fake to Morgan. And Williams gets dropped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle by Trayton Tetuan.
Stop made by number 34, Trayton Tetuan.
Second down and 10 for Baldwin. Under a minute to go in this opening quarter.
Brings up second and 10.
Play clock under 10 for Williams. Just gets the snap off and finds Darnell out in the flat. Ushered out of bounds by Dylan Foster, and they'll actually lose a yard or two on that completion. That'll bring up a third down, and it looks like about 12 yards to go for Baldwin.
Yeah, third and long here. Interesting to see whether they let Williams try to take a shot here, air it out a little bit. See if they try to roll him out of the pocket once again. This tackle's got to do a good job of sealing the end if they do.
And Williams only 5'8", so that's the other trouble when you try to keep him in the pocket. Some of those big linemen can be kind of tough to see over. They go speed option. Pitch gets out to Buck, but Cody is just trying to dodge blue jerseys as Hayden had multiple defenders out there to make the tackle at the 24-yard line. They get 4 on the option to Buck, but well short of first down yardage. Fourth down and 9 yards to go, and the Bulldogs will bring the punt team back out. And that is the end of the quarter. After one, 27-0 Hayden on top of Baldwin. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bryce Kessler and Ryan Hilmer from Topeka Hayden High School tonight. Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. As we are headed to the second quarter, fourth down and 8. Baldwin has the offense still out there, but they will pooch punt it, and that drew the return man up, so it allows the ball to get a nice rollout here for Baldwin. It'll come to a rest around the 32-yard line, and that is where the Hayden offense will set up shop for their 5th possession of this game, as it has certainly been a one-sided affair to this point, but the Bulldogs going to come up with a stop here before this first half is over.
First and 10 on its own 31-yard line.
4 drives so far for Hayden. 8 plays, 64 yards. 1 play, 48 yards. 5 plays, 32 yards. 3 plays, 71 yards, all resulting in touchdowns. From their own 31-yard line, they started on the ground. Darnell holds up the ball carrier at the 36 for 5 yards on that first down carry for Jacob Padilla. It looks like maybe got that handle.
It's like defensively, John Francis has come on, one of the cornerbacks. Not sure if something's wrong with Tristan Capel or not, but he's not out there right now.
A 4-yard run, second down and 6 coming up. Handoff, and the ball is on the ground. A fumble, and Baldwin has recovered or not. Yes, Baldwin recovers it. Vance Morgan able to scoop up that loose football. So the Bulldog defense, they do come up with that stop, Ryan. They force the turnover and set up the offense with plus field position here to try to come up with some points here in this first half.
Yeah, 100% best field position of the game so far by far. And this is one of those opportunities we talked about in the pregame. You got to take advantage of these when Hayden opens the door a little bit.
So the Bulldog defense with the forced turnover. Their 8th forced turnover this year, 6th fumble that they have come up with. And it's Buck on the handoff to start this series. Cummings makes the tackle at around the 32-yard line. A 3-yard run on first down for Buck sets up a 2nd down and 7.
Certainly liked a nice long touchdown drive here. Take advantage of that turnover. That's all you really need right there is just 3-4 yards at a time. Milk this clock, keep the possession.
2nd and 7, ball on the 32-yard line of Hayden. First time across midfield here tonight for the Bulldogs, coming off of the fumble forced by the defense. This time it's Vance Morgan, and he is brought down at the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark his forward progress back to that line of scrimmage. Ben Evans leading the charge on that defense along with Jimmy Longstaff. So 3rd down and 7. 10 minutes to play in this first half. Baldwin trailing 27-0.
Haven't really seen this split running back look from Baldwin so far this year, going with both Buck and Morgan in the backfield.
Williams under pressure, gets around the first 2 guys, but the 3rd man there finishes the play. Broderick Desch with the sack back and around the 37-yard line. A 5-yard loss on the sack, and it'll bring up a 4th down and long for Baldwin.
Yeah, we talked all year long about some of the toughness from Jack Harvey, and Ethan Williams showing some toughness tonight as well. He's already in this first half taking 3 or 4 big shots.
So a 4th down and long, 4th and 12 at the 37. Williams wanted to air it out. Fires down the sideline for Capel, and it was almost there. Capel just out of his reach. And the Bulldogs will turn it over on downs as Hayden is able to get the football back without surrendering anything off of their turnover.
Wildcats take over on downs.
Certainly don't hate that, though. Williams taking a shot. It wasn't a horrible throw. Pretty good coverage there by Hayden defensively.
Hayden will start on their own 37-yard line. 9 minutes and change to play in this first half. Fumbled the last time they had it. Wallmeyer will go to the air to start this series. McGibbity makes the catch, and he's tackled out of bounds by John Francis. Picks up about 5 or 6 on that completion.
Made by number 3, John Francis.
It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 for Hayden. Wallmeyer, that is what he's done all year. Complete a high percentage of passes, 72% completion percentage coming in. And he is 5 of 7 so far in this game for 67 yards and a couple of scores. Big hit right at the exchange. Brett Davidson meeting the ball carrier Ridley in the backfield, and he falls forward for 1, but a good play there by Davidson blowing that running play up.
Yeah, Davidson been one of those bright spots on the line offensively and defensively. 6'3", 230-pound sophomore. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
A lot of youth on this Baldwin roster. They will lose a handful of seniors, and certainly will feel the impact of those seniors that they'll lose. But a lot of guys coming back next year for this Baldwin team who took big strides from 2021 here to 2022. And we expect to see more of those big strides forward heading into next season. Timeout taken by Hayden with 8:09 left to play in this first half. It is 27-0. Hayden on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company that's right here in Baldwin City, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Actively looking to fill positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefit packages, a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Send an email to jobs@riceprecision.com to inquire about openings. 3rd down and 4 coming up for Hayden. They have scored on 4 of their 5 drives, but the last time they had it, they fumbled it. That ended a stretch of 4 straight touchdown drives to start this game. 240 yards to 25 yards. The offensive disparity so far with 8:09 left to play in this first half.
It's incredible, though, just circling back to the weather we've had this year. Just undefeated. I mean, every Friday night, it's been incredible. I've never experienced a football season like this.
We've had one night, I think, where it's required maybe anything more than just a light jacket or hoodie. 3rd down and 4 from the 44. Ridley, the carry, and the initial spot has him short. We'll see where they put it down. Tackle was made by Dylan Williams, and it is just short. So good stop there by Williams to keep him shy of that first down. It's 4th down and inches here for Hayden.
They got a perfect look at it here, right down the line. Just inches shy.
So no question they'll leave the offense out there. Wallmeyer under center on 4th down and inches. Hand it to the up back. He keeps his feet and has a lot more than that. Broderick Desch is into the open field. The Bulldogs will corral him and bring him down. Tristan Bass makes the tackle for Baldwin, but Desch rumbling down to around the 15-yard line.
Did a nice job to keep his feet in there. He was stumbling through the line a little bit. Put a hand down, regained his balance, and did nice, good vision to bounce it outside.
I beg your pardon, they put it at the 8. It's just a mystery where the ball is. You can't see any yard lines out there. So after the big run by Desch, they go to Cummings to cap it off for the 8-yard score.
Touchdown, Hayden. On the carry for number 36, Jackson McGivern.
So that was 36, they said, not 38. So it was McGivern, Jackson McGivern on that touchdown run, and not 38 Cummings. And now
looks like they're lining up to kick this.
But Schrickle is not out there, the kicker. Here he comes.
That's why I was confused. Everybody else was lining up to kick a field goal, but there was no kicker.
He's out there now. Ooh. Man, the kick is good. 34-0 Hayden, 7:05 left to play in the first half. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Number 33, Jordan Michael. Number 88, Samuel Darnell.
7:05 left to play in this first half. 34-0. Hayden on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs here in the opening round of the Class 3A state playoffs. Winner of this game moves on to face the winner of Wellsville Royal Valley. A game in Wellsville tonight. Wellsville a heavy favorite in that one. The Eagles are going to keep their undefeated season going.
Everything holds true. I'm not sure what the score in that Wellsville game is, but it'd be a pretty good matchup next week if Hayden and Wellsville match up. Obviously saw Wellsville last week, did Baldwin. Pretty good football team in their own right.
Kickoff is loose around the 20-yard line, and Darnell gets a hold of it for Baldwin, gets it back around the 30. 7 minutes to go in this first half.
Stop made by number 44, Roger Desch.
And Baldwin will try to work back from a 34-point deficit now. Short-handed Baldwin group tonight. Down multiple key players coming into this game. Certainly among the most key, the quarterback, Jack Harvey. And Ethan Williams filling in admirably at the position against this really good Hayden defense. Standing tall, trying to make plays. Here is Ethan, the freshman. And he is cut down by Jimmy Longstaff at the 28-yard line. Looks like a 1-yard loss on that scramble by Williams.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11.
Buck to his right, Morgan to his left as Williams calls the signals on a 2nd down and 11. Morgan the carry. And not happening. Longstaff got a piece of him, had him twisted up. As Ben Evans comes in to finish off the tackle along with Jude Conradi. And now another injured Bulldog as this is Vance Morgan, who's slow to get up. And Morgan is going to jog off to the sideline, so that's the good news, is didn't have to stay down for long. Jayden Michael will come in to replace him in the lineup here. A 3rd down and 11 coming up.
Yeah, once again, not a lot of places in the playbook to go on a 3rd down and long like this, especially with your backup quarterback in there, just a freshman.
And especially because Hayden's been able to get pressure with just that front 4. And that allows him to still drop 7 guys back and play coverage and spy on the scramble. And let's see what Baldwin draws up on a 3rd and 11. And that's going to be a penalty, as the snap didn't get back there in time and caused a false start on Baldwin.
It looked like that was going to be a handoff to Darnell, who went in a little jet motion, but you could see him kind of slowing down and waiting for the snap, and then didn't snap it in time and got a penalty for it.
Darnell just a couple of carries this year. He has a team-high 33 receptions on the season for 381 yards, just 2 yards shy of Grossner now after his 12 receiving yards in this game for the team lead in receiving yards. But
I don't think we've seen him throw a pass this year, have we?
Darnell?
Yeah, no.
No,
okay.
no.
I'm looking for that tonight. Round it out. Here we go.
Well, here it could be.
Yep.
You're on it. This is Darnell looking to throw, and it ends up out of bounds as he was looking for Gunnar Riker down the sideline, but
why not?
Hayden was right there, and they were not fooled by it. Jamison Kennedy was right there on him, so you were all over it, Ryan.
Does everything else. Why not let him throw it?
Darnell, we talk about some seniors at the Bulldogs. Not a huge senior class, but definitely some impactful seniors that they'll be losing. One of those, of course, is Sam Darnell. Snap back to Williams on the punt. Bounces at the 40, and they get about 5. Now it's going the other way, but it is down by Francis at around the 44-yard line with 5:19 left to play in this first half. And that will bring the Hayden offense back out onto the field, plus territory to start this drive from the 45 of Baldwin with a 34-point lead.
Wildcats take over 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 44-yard line.
And in regards to Darnell, just to wrap that up, we've talked a lot about his pass catching this year and the difference making on offense, but he's been really solid on the defensive end as well. Outside linebacker along with Vance Morgan, who's actually not out there. Jaden Michael's going to be the outside backer on that far side, but yeah, he's had an all-around good year for the senior Sam Darnell.
One of just 5 seniors for this Baldwin team: Sam Darnell, Jaden Michael, Vance Morgan, Wesley Martin, and Jonathan Wren. And another job of blowing up a play by Brett Davidson. He's been in the backfield now on multiple occasions tonight, Ryan, making some plays against what's a really good Hayden offensive line.
Yeah, and he's another one of those guys, when he hits you, you're going to feel it the next day. He's a big guy. 6'3", 230. Just a sophomore, as we've mentioned.
A 1-yard run for Ridley. Sets up a 2nd down and 9 with under 5 to go in the second quarter. Toss to the motion guy coming to the near side. Baldwin has it strung out nicely. Mark it at the 39 for 4. As Ridley is stood up by Guy Morgan and company.
Number 5, Guy Morgan.
3rd and 5, coming up with 4:20 to play in the half. Coming up, the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. We'll get you all the numbers from this first half. See if we can check some other playoff scores from across the state as well. Toss out to Kolbach. And a nice play coming up from his safety spot is Cody Buck as he cuts down Kolbach short of the 1st down, and it'll be a 4th down coming up for Hayden, 4th and about 3.
Yeah, Buck's been doing a pretty good job in run support these last couple of games from his safety position. Coming up and cutting down some guys at the legs. Creates a 4th down, like you said, just a couple of yards needed, but another opportunity here for the Dogs to get the ball back maybe.
4th down and 2. Ball at the 37-yard line. Need to take it just inside of the 35 to move the chains. Kolbach goes in motion. Wallmeyer rolling to his left. The pass is incomplete, and the Bulldog defense gets the stop. Tristan Bass on coverage of Kyron Wagner, the backup tight end, who they were trying to throw that ball in the cross to. And the Bulldog defense, a turnover on downs here with 3:09 to play in the half.
Pass incomplete for number 7, Jet Wallmeyer.
Yeah, nice little stand there from Bulldogs defensively. See if you can't parlay that. Nice long drive here before the first half ends.
Bulldogs have only had 1 first down so far in this game. That was on their 3rd series. They'll start with Cody Buck. And he meets 3 Wildcat defenders. No gain, perhaps a loss. And that's, unfortunately, that's been the case too often tonight. Bulldog ball carriers having to try to elude defenders in the backfield.
And we're so used to some of the big runs from the Bulldogs this year, coming right up the middle, just bursting through that line. But this big defensive line from Hayden is just stopping up all those gaps. They're forcing the running backs to bounce it to the outside, and they got enough speed and athleticism to not let them get around the corner.
2.5 to play until halftime. Williams fakes the handoff to Morgan. A pass over the middle, a little bit behind Darnell. It falls incomplete, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
Williams intended for number 88, Samuel Darnell.
It's pretty impressive, Darnell, how he just constantly seems to get himself open. He runs pretty good routes. I mean, just about everybody on that Hayden defense knows that that's who Baldwin likes to target the most. He still finds himself open most times.
32 catches last year for Darnell, 33 catches this season for Sam. Vance Morgan stood up before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. Ben Evans, that big defensive lineman, 6'2", 275, making his way into the backfield to make that stop for another 3-yard loss. And it's a 4th and long for Baldwin with 2 minutes left to play in the half, and they will bring the punt team back out. Williams gets away a nice punt. And it takes a Baldwin bounce down inside the 35 around the 34-yard line with a minute 45 left to play in the half. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by The Bullpen, your locally owned sports bar in downtown Baldwin City. They are open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. through 2 a.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So a great place to post up for a big day of football coming up on Sunday. Perfect place to go before, during, or after the games here on Baldwin Sports Live. You can follow them on Facebook at The Bullpen, Baldwin City, for all their latest happenings down at your local sports bar in downtown Baldwin City, The Bullpen.
I believe Chiefs have a bye this week, so your chance to take a look at the rest of the league if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
And a chance to do a quadruple header with the London game.
Oh, yeah.
So football bright and early on Sunday and all the way through the evening as Brett Davidson is once again in the backfield along with Jake Van Horn to make a play there. Just a 1-yard run for Ridley. Will bring up a second down and 9. Hayden's got some of the backups in already as Connor Hanukkah is the quarterback right now. We've already seen that second kind of unit of running backs has been in there the last several series for Hayden. This is Kolbach on the carry, and he is rocked once more by Brett Davidson. No gain, maybe a yard is all for Kolbach on that carry. Under a minute to play in the half. Coming up, the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Stick around for that. Coming up right after the timeout. And Hanukkah wants to throw. And throws this ball up for grabs, and it is hauled in by Brady Heinen. Clock stops out of bounds with 12 seconds left to play in the half. They pick up about 26 yards on that completion to Heinen, and there may be some more tacked on. There is a penalty flag.
Flag got thrown about 20 yards behind where the ball's spotted, but I think it might be a horse collar tackle or something along those lines.
And there may be 2 penalties. He threw the flag initially, then he threw his hat to signify another penalty. So a hold has been called against the Baldwin defense. That one is declined, and the horse collar will be accepted, and that will add 15 more on to the end of an already 26-yard completion.
That time it kind of looked like he was just throwing it up or maybe throwing it away and trying to get rid of it. And it's a nice play. Come down with that ball. It's Brady Heinen.
So now with 12 seconds, they have the ball at the 24-yard line. They keep it on the ground, straight up the middle. And taking it down to around the 10 was Jude Krentz, and Hayden will let the clock expire. So we have played one half here in Topeka tonight. It's 34-0. The Hayden Wildcats on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is next here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome into the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here from Topeka Hayden High School tonight. 34-0 our halftime score. The Hayden Wildcats on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Halftime show brought to you by your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. There to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So we are at the half, first half that was dominated by Hayden, 347-20 as the yardage difference through one half of football here tonight. Hayden scoring touchdowns on each of their first 4 possessions of this game. A 7-yard touchdown run by Finn Dunchie. That capped an 8-play, 64-yard drive. Their next series was just 1 play, a 48-yard touchdown pass to Jensen Trickle. Their next possession took them 5 plays to go 32 yards, a 3-yard touchdown pass to Trayton Tetuan. And then their 4th series went 3 plays, 71 yards, a 31-yard touchdown run by Finn Dunchie. And Jackson McGivern later in the half in that second quarter would add an 8-yard touchdown run for Hayden. Meanwhile, Baldwin went 3-and-out punt, 3 plays and interception. Picked up a first down their 3rd series, ended up having a punt, 3-and-out punt, turnover on downs on 4 plays, 3-and-out punt, and 3-and-out punt so far in this first half. So 34-0. We knew it was going to be a tough road ahead here tonight with a shorthanded Baldwin bunch on the road against a very good Hayden team. And that sort of is exactly how it played out in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, a tough first half, and you're going to have to dig pretty deep for any positives. But there were a couple positives. They got the 1 turnover, the fumble, and then got that 1 first down. And Ethan Williams, nice little completion rolling out to Sam Darnell. And so I think just try to take a few more positives away from the second half and go into the offseason with a head held high a little bit. And you're going to see probably some backups coming in, filtering in for Hayden. They've already filtered some in the first half. But, yeah, I mean, obviously a tough first half. Not a whole lot you could say with the what was the yardage, 20 to
347.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, it was a tough first half, and you're right. They Hayden had already shifted to a second-team unit pretty much across the board on the offensive side, and defensively, I imagine we'll see a bunch of that as well because, again, they're trying to make sure they stay healthy through this game as well with hopes at a deep playoff run. So perhaps some chances here in this second half for Baldwin to make some headway on this scoreboard and try to get a little tighter to the Wildcats, who they right now trail 34-0 against here at the half. More of the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show coming up. We'll check all the numbers from that first half next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144. For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. 34-0 our score here at the break as the Baldwin Bulldogs trail the Hayden Wildcats. Let's take a look at the numbers, brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services at 608 High Street in Baldwin City, where they want to remind you that it's never too early to start thinking about that tax season. Call for helpful tips on how to best prepare and learn about upcoming changes to maximize your returns. Timely, accurate, and reliable services at an affordable cost to help your business grow and succeed. Visit newfrontiertbs.com or call 785-594-1204 to learn more. 347-20, that's the yardage total in that first half. Hayden with 254 on the ground, 93 through the air. Baldwin just 8 rushing yards and 12 passing yards in the first half. Hayden with 2 touchdowns through the air, 3 touchdowns on the ground. They had 6 plays over 20 yards in that first half. There was 1 turnover apiece in that first half as well. Baldwin threw an interception and Hayden lost a fumble. Individual numbers, Hayden's quarterback Jet Wallmeyer, 5 of 8 for 67 yards and 2 scores. The backup quarterback Connor Honig, freshman, 1 of 1 for 26 yards in that first half. Leading rusher was J.C. Cummings, 6 carries, 108 yards. Finn Dunchey ran 5 times for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. Broderick Desch, 2 carries for 59 yards. And through the air, top receiver was Jensen Schrickle, 2 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Trayton Tetuan also hauled in a touchdown in that first half for Baldwin. 2 out of 8 through the air for Ethan Williams, 12 yards and an interception. He has been held to a negative 8-yard tally on the ground on 5 carries. Cody Buck, 8 carries for 8 yards. Vance Morgan, 4 carries for 8 yards. Both receptions for the Bulldogs went to Sam Darnell for 12 yards in that first half. So those are your numbers, brought to you by New Frontier Tax and Business Services as we are at the half here, the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Let's take a quick look at our upcoming broadcast schedule, which, unless there's a huge turnaround in the second half, means we will not see you again till winter sports season, as we have our basketball season opener coming up on December 2nd. Paola at Baldwin for the basketball season opener. We'll have it for you here on Baldwin Sports Live. Make sure to bookmark that web address there, varsitysportslive.com. That's the hub for not only your Baldwin Bulldogs, but all of our network channels. You can find there at varsitysportslive.com. Schedules, past broadcast news, and more at varsitysportslive.com. And again, our first basketball broadcast coming up Friday, December 2nd. Paola Panthers come to town to take on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Girls game at 6. The boys game will follow. So we've got a little more than a month before that. And again, that's barring a big second half comeback, which if that happens, we'll have more football for you next week. And we certainly are rooting for that. But that first half was a pretty dominant first half from Hayden, which is kind of what we expected coming in. This is a good Hayden team, 7-1. They've got their hopes set on a deep playoff run, and this is a banged-up, short-handed Baldwin team that even at full strength is going to have their hands full tonight. And certainly when they don't have the full complement of their weapons, it became a really tough task. And we'll see what Baldwin can do in the second half of this ball game. But they trail right now 34-0 here at the break. We'll take a timeout here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show and check some other playoff scores across the state when we come back. You're watching Bulldog football here on Baldwin Sports Live and the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Welcome back to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. We are at the half here tonight at Topeka Hayden High School as we take a look across the statewide scoreboard. Playoffs starting. I, for one, Ryan, like the old days, you played 9 games and then you go to the playoffs. They've changed it quite a few years ago now to where week 9. So it is week 9. It's playoff season for a bunch of teams across the state as we take a look at what we have on the scoreboard here. Some of the area teams, some scores that you might have interest in. Looks like Spring Hill right now, second quarter on top of Leavenworth, 19-14 in that ball game. What else we got here? Your old stomping grounds are taking it on the nose tonight. Goodland getting whooped 51-0 by Andale. Not that anybody cares about that, but
Wellsville's up on Royal Valley, 34-0, same as our score here at the half.
Ottawa trailing Bishop Miege in the second quarter right now, 42-7. In their first round game. I saw earlier Bishop Ward, they're in a tight one with Perry Lecompton, another team out of the district for Baldwin, but Bishop Ward 14-6 lead on Perry Lecompton in the second quarter. Paola trailing Aquinas right now at the half, 21-0 in that ball game. DeSoto 42-0 on top of Casey Turner in the second quarter. Tonganoxie and Piper, they are in a close one at the half. It's Piper on top of Tongi, 14-7. That game is at the half. Eudora, they're looking strong tonight, 54-0. They lead Labette County. That game a second quarter score still. So those are some of the other scores from across the state right now on this week 9/opening round of the playoff day. And our score here at the break is 34-0 in favor of the Hayden Wildcats, who jumped out to an early lead with touchdowns in their first 4 possessions of this ball game, and they have continued to lead throughout as they have a 34-0 advantage on the Baldwin Bulldogs. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show presented by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they love to support you in your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Second half comes your way next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Hey, where are you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am a king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome back to Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors. As we are headed off to the second half of our ball game here tonight, we are presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the #1 land brokerage for farm and ranch and recreational properties. And if you're looking to find your next dream property, or maybe you're thinking about listing your farm or ranch or recreational property, then go with the best in the business. Your local Baldwin City brokers, Shad and Penny Sheldon at Hayden Outdoors. Right now, they've got the perfect modern farmhouse if you're looking for that escape to quote-unquote country living. I grew up in the country, like out in the country where it was dirt roads and all that, cows in your front yard. This is that perfect country living feel, but you're less than a quarter mile basically from the city limits of Baldwin, but you got the privacy and the scenic views of country living. So check it out. It's a modern farmhouse just outside of Baldwin, newly remodeled, sits on 3.8 acres of tree-lined, undeveloped farm ground, beautiful property, and there's many more just like it. Well, maybe not just like it. It's kind of they're all kind of unique in their own way, but there's many more properties available that they would love to show you. So check it out at HaydenOutdoors.com. Get in touch with Shad or Penny Sheldon at Shad@HaydenOutdoors.com, Penny at HaydenOutdoors.com. That's the email addresses. Give them a shout and see what they can do for you. The best in the business. Our friends over there at Hayden Outdoors Real Estate.
Question for you, Bryce.
All right, answer.
Were you a swinging gate kind of guy? We've seen Hayden go with it on the 2-point conversions a couple times.
Was I a swinging gate guy, meaning like did we do that or am I a fan of it?
Do you believe in it? Are you a fan of it? I love it.
You guys ran it in high school.
Yeah, we ran it back in Goodland in high school.
In fact, 3 of the 4 programs that I've kind of done some regular broadcasting for have run the swinging gate. I don't know that it's that popular, really, but it's so 75% of the teams I've covered have run it. I think that's higher than the normal average, but I don't know. I don't think I don't know that there's much to be gained from it. I'll put it that way. I think at one point in time it may have been something that would catch people off guard. I think anymore it doesn't really it doesn't really give you the advantage that maybe at one point in time it did, and you're probably more often than not better off just keeping your offense out there and running with the offense if you're wanting to get the 2 points.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because we ran it in when I was in high school, but I'm a big believer in it.
I don't dislike it. I just,
It's fun. I like fun.
Kickoff, and we are underway in the second half as Sam Darnell scoops it up at the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs. And Sam making a couple of guys miss. Nice return here by Darnell as he takes it back out near the 30-yard line.
Number 88, Samuel Darnell on the return.
So the Bulldogs get the first crack at it here in this second half after they were limited in that first half, and it is the starting defense back out there for Hayden. No surprise, as most coaches like to get their guys into the locker room, make some adjustments, come back out, and warm back up and run a series or two, but with the way that first half went, if nothing changes, I can't imagine much more than that for Hayden, as they, more than anything, want to come away healthy at this point. Williams has his pass batted down. A good job on this right defensive end by Carter Shervat to get up there. He was engaged with the tackle Van Horn, but is able to get up and bat that ball down.
Yeah, another one of those big defensive linemen getting a paw up, 6'1", 215-pound junior. Not much you can do as a 5'8" quarterback trying to throw it from the pocket. Get those big guys getting their paws up.
Williams, only a freshman, getting the start, his first career start tonight, replacing the injured starter Jack Harvey. This is Cody Buck on the handoff. He picks up one. And Cody had a couple of nice runs early on. His first two handles both went for decent yardage, but since then they have really bottled him up. He is now up to just 9 yards on 9 carries in this game.
Yeah, and you can tell they're trying to make a play. They're trying to bounce these runs out, make something happen, but there's just nowhere to go.
3rd down and 9. Option and a big hit. As Williams, tell you what, that young man continues to pop back up after he gets popped multiple times. And he has shown a toughness all year long in the plays that he has come in for. And once again tonight, he is sticking his nose right in there for the Bulldogs, but this is just a relentless defense. Joe Otting makes that tackle, no gain for Williams. Punt team out there for the Bulldogs. And I believe Hayden took a timeout because they were late running on their return team. There is a penalty flag also. I think they're going to wave off the flag and call the timeout. That's exactly what they're going to do. So timeout Hayden.
Timeout on the field, Hayden.
With 10:39 left to play in this third quarter. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, a family-owned company in Baldwin City that services many different industries from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. State-of-the-art machine tools, great work environment, excellent pay, competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. Find out more by emailing jobs@riceprecision.com. So we'll do the 4th down this time. 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs. As Ethan Williams awaits the snap for the punt. Nice punt. Drives the return man back to the 40. And spun down at the 45 by Dylan Williams is Cade Mitchell.
Brought down by number 1, Tristan Capel.
So which group comes out? It looks like the starting offense. We saw the second team offense close out the first half for Hayden. But Jet Wallmeyer will lead the troops out there to start this second half series with 10:30 left to play in this third quarter and a 34-0 lead for the Wildcats of Hayden. 7-1 on the year coming in. Only lost to one of the lead frontrunners for a 3A state title perhaps this year in Holton. That pass from Wallmeyer intended for Jensen Schrickle ends up incomplete.
Number 1, Tristan Capel defending on the play.
Long time in the huddle for Hayden. Well, they still have time to get the snap off, and they do. Fake a handoff. Wallmeyer flips it out to Braden Rose, who has been one of their three-headed guys in this backfield. Tonight he has been relatively quiet. Rose, they haven't had many touches for him, but they manufactured one on a pass out of the backfield to him here to pick up 11 and move the chains.
See, Wallmeyer's got a good left arm on him. Nice, accurate, strong throwing arm. You can see why they're just as comfortable going to the air as they are on the ground.
Wallmeyer, a sophomore. Schrickle, their top receiver, who has a touchdown tonight, only a sophomore as well. 3 of the 5 of the offensive line just juniors. So this is a good team that's going to have some good years ahead of them, and that's a 44-yard touchdown run by Finn Dunshee, who takes it into the house for the 3rd time tonight. 6 carries, 96 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Finn Dunshee. That one from 44 yards out. So the extra point team comes out. They failed on some 2-point tries early on in this game and have since put that in the bag and have opted to go with the leg of Schrickle, who has been perfect so far. And he adds another 41-0 Hayden with 10-12 to go in the 3rd here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
$41-0 Hayden with 10-12 left to play in the 3rd after a free-play 55-yard touchdown drive capped on a 44-yard run by Finn Dunshee. From the 15-yard line, Jaden Michael only gets 5 on the return. Twisted and tossed down by Jackson Summers. And now Michael a bit shaken up.
Once again, can't see these flags out there.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just blend in so well.
It's a hold against Baldwin. But Hayden, or a block at the back, I guess, but Hayden just declines the penalty. So Baldwin will start at the 20, trailing 41-0 with just north of 10 minutes left to play here in the 3rd. Just one first down tonight for the Bulldogs. That came on their 3rd possession. They have managed.
Looks like second team defense out there for Hayden.
So perhaps a chance for Baldwin to move the football a little bit as Cody Buck takes the pitch and picks up close to first down yardage. Looks like they'll be just short, 9.5 yards on that run by Buck on the speed option.
So, whoa, that was a nice pitch there by Williams. He was getting tackled, brought down, and somehow flipped that out perfectly to Cody Buck.
Hits him in stride and sets up the Bulldogs with a chance to move the chains for just the 2nd time tonight. 9 possessions in this game prior to this series, just 21 yards of offense. Morgan runs into a wall, but I believe he fell forward enough to move the chains. There is the signal. It is a first down for Vance Morgan. Tough 1-yard gain there by Morgan, but it moves the chains for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 on the 30. Morgan again. This time has a little space. Hit from behind and dropped just shy of the 40-yard line. So another 9 yards there from Morgan. And we'll call it 8 yards. And it brings up a 2nd and 2.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
really nice home crowd on hand here tonight. Student section full. Topeka Hayden faithful.
I remember last year when we were here, there was a pretty good side crowd. The tailgate scene here at Hayden High School is about as good as I've seen at the high school level.
Starts early.
Buck picks up the first down for the Bulldogs, 5-yard run.
Yeah, we walked through a line coming into the stadium, tables set up of food, and I thought about grabbing a plate. I don't know about you. Smelled good, though.
I think they would have let us.
Oh, probably. Gave us a dirty look.
No, I don't know. They're a pretty nice bunch here.
Pretty friendly around here.
Treat the visitors well.
See if they let them air it out here.
Williams will throw quick to Darnell. Nice pass right on the numbers for Sam. And they marked him out. It looks like a yard short of the first down. So it's a 9-yard completion, third time that Williams has hooked up with Darnell. All 3 of his completions tonight have gone to Sam Darnell, who now moves into the top spot on the team in receiving yardage this year with that catch. Passing Grossner, who's been out now for the last 2.5 games, unfortunately. Back to the ground, Morgan keeps his footing. Has the first down and more, and a good finish to that run by Morgan as he charges down to the 36-yard line. 12 yards for Morgan, and another Bulldog first down.
Dogs starting to put together a nice drive here. Second possession of the second half.
Second time they have taken it now into Hayden territory. The first time they took over in Hayden territory on the defensive, or when the defense forced a turnover. Nice ball here. Williams hooks up with Capel, who stiff arms the defender to the ground inside the 20 and knocked out at the 17-yard line. 19-yard completion to Tristan Capel, just his 6th catch of the year, and that takes him into the red zone.
That was a nice job by Williams looking down to this near side, seeing he had one-on-one coverage with the corner kind of backed off about 10 yards or so. I was about to mention something. They got one-on-one coverage down at the bottom of your screen, and he did a nice job to recognize that and get it out to Capel.
And Williams does throw a nice ball. It's just trying to keep him upright, give him some time to throw and time to see and space to see. Here he goes running the football, and he is going to be short of the first down, but it looks like it's about a 7 or 8 yard run down to just inside the 10-yard line.
Number 19, Brady Holloway on the stop.
So second and short. Ball at the 9. They need the 6 for a first down. Williams pulls it on the cutback, cuts back inside now, and is down to around the 2. Nice run there by Ethan Williams, picking up 8 more. A first down, and it sets up the Bulldogs with first down and goal from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that almost looked like a broken play, like it was supposed to be a handoff, and something got jumbled up there, and Williams just tucked it in himself, was able to slither through nicely.
First and goal for the Bulldogs.
See if they can't punch this thing in.
Whose number gets called? Morgan to his left, Buck to his right. Williams will call out the signals. First and goal from the 2. And it's Morgan, the senior, on his final game in a Bulldog uniform. Breaks the goal line for the touchdown. Vance Morgan is into the end zone with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
Much better that time offensively. Great drive put together. Did it through the air and on the ground. Very balanced and nice look that time from the Baldwin offense.
So now the offense will go for 2. And this time it's Buck who gets the 2. So Morgan with the score, Buck the conversion, and it's 41-8 with 6:06 left to play in the 3rd here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
A 10-play, 80-yard drive for the Baldwin Bulldogs, 4:06 off the clock, and a 2-yard touchdown run by senior running back Vance Morgan puts the Bulldogs on the board here with 6:06 left to play in the third, and a 41-8 ball game now as Baldwin will kick it back off to the Wildcats. That kick kind of drops into no man's land, but scooped up nicely at the 25-yard line. And then brought down at the 40 is Cade Mitchell. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by the Bullpen. Check out Wildcat Wednesday specials. Go out there and sing your heart out on karaoke Thursdays. Check out live entertainment on a lot of the Friday and Saturday nights down at the Bullpen. And, of course, football and baseball, World Series going on now. Sports and sports down there at the Bullpen in Baldwin City. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. and Sundays, 10 to 8. So the second team offense back out onto the field now for Hayden. The starters got one series and scored a touchdown here in the second half. And now it's the second team out there again, and the handoff nets him a yard, maybe two. Brett Davidson, the first to get a hold of the back Krentz and limit that to just 1 yard run.
Yeah, Davidson's really put together a nice game, especially on the defensive line here. Making quite a few plays, getting his name called.
And they give him 2 to the 42, so second down and 8. 5.5 to go, third quarter. Hanukkah will throw, and it's incomplete. Base in coverage. Evan Linher, the target.
Evan Linher.
And bring up a third down and long. 3rd and 8 for Topeka Hayden.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for Hayden.
Hand off to Mitchell, and he is short. Tripped up by Davidson, finished off by Williams. They mark it at the 49, so a yard short, 4th down and 1.
Saw made by number 64, Dylan Williams.
Offense will remain out there on this 4th down and short.
It's a big down here. Chance to get the ball back in plus territory, just coming off a touchdown drive for the Bulldogs. See if they can't stuff this thing up.
Hand off to Krentz. Has the first down, falling forward to the Baldwin 45-yard line. Brett Davidson with the stop. But a 6-yard run on a 4th and 1 moves the chains for Hayden.
Carrying good for a Wildcat, 1st down.
Toss near side. Darnell stops the ball carrier after a short gain. Jackson McGivern. Give him a couple of yards on that toss. Second down and 7 for Hayden. They are just running guys in and out of their lineup. Got about 2 or 3 new guys that come in and rotate in every snap at this point.
Trying to get everybody some experience, but you can just tell by that the numbers difference between Hayden and Baldwin.
Keep it on the ground to McGivern yet again, or make that Dominic Ridley this time. And after a couple of broken tackles, Ridley is stopped at the 32-yard line. Tristan Bass, along with Blake Hanna, making the tackle.
First down.
First down and 10 at the 32. 3 minutes left to play, third quarter. Krentz tripped up. Michael Newman pushing his way into the backfield that time to help disrupt that play and stop it for no gain.
I was going to say, that's a heck of a play by Newman, kind of burrowing his way through and tripping up the ball carrier.
No gain brings up 2nd and 10.
String a couple more of those plays together, get the ball back.
Newman, another one of these young guys, only a sophomore. Second and 10. They fake the end around this time. It'll take a shot down the middle, and it's incomplete. There is a flag down. Ridley was open, but the pass behind him. So let's check the penalty flag here with a 3rd down and 10 potentially coming up. It's a hold against the defense.
Flag on the play. Call is holding on the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs caught for a hold, and that will become a first down for Hayden. 10-yard penalty will mark it out to the 22. The second time tonight that Baldwin has been called for a hold in the secondary. The first one got declined. There also happened to be a horse collar tackle on the end of that play, but this one, a costly one, and actually they was apparently just short. They were 3rd and a little more than 10, so they move the chains now officially on that carry down to the 15.
Play good for a Wildcat. First down.
Really long drive being put together here by the Wildcats, taking their time in between plays.
Baldwin just coming off of a 4-minute scoring drive, and now this drive is north of 4 minutes for Hayden. Keep pounding it on the ground. 5 or 6 more yards on that carry. As Ridley is stopped by Van Horn and Williams at the 11.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second down and 5, under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Krentz bouncing his way off tackles and down to the goal line and in. 11-yard touchdown run for Jude Krentz. (47-8) with the point after coming on what was just shy of a 5-minute scoring drive there for Hayden. Yet another new ball carrier. This time it's Graham Brobst who takes it in for two. And it is 49-8 Hayden with 1:14 to go in the third on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Number 33, Jaden Michael.
49-8 Topeka Hayden on top of Baldwin after the Wildcats put together a 10-play, 58-yard touchdown drive, 4 minutes, 52 seconds off of the clock. Gunnar Reichert on the return. And he gets brought down from behind by Jackson Summers.
Number 22, Gunnar Reichert on the return.
So Baldwin's offense back out there. A 10-play, 79-yard, or make that 10-play, 80-yard touchdown drive last time the Bulldogs had it. We'll see what they have in store to
First and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 27-yard line.
Come back with after that successful drive.
Did it all that last drive, mixed it up, run and pass. Ethan Williams looked pretty good throwing the ball. Did it on the ground with Buck and Morgan. See if there's more of that to come.
First down carry out to the 30 for 3 for Vance Morgan. Morgan, the leading rusher in this game for Baldwin, 33 yards on 9 carries. He has the touchdown as well.
Gain of 3 on the play.
This pass is intercepted at the 35-yard line. Williams threw it as he was getting hit. It was not really a bad throw, just a better play by the defender that time. Able to come underneath and get the interception. I believe it was Brady Holloway.
That was a really nice play defensively. Like you said, he just jumped that route. A couple of routes they've seen before, just run a little flood concept to the sideline. Like you mentioned, he was getting hit, Williams was, so can't really fault him too much for that.
So they will give it back over to Hayden with 30 seconds left in this half, or excuse me, in this quarter, the third quarter. Hayden with a meticulous drive last time down the field. Takes it for 5 on that first down carry.
Matriculous. Week 9, you're bringing out matriculous. I like that.
Number 57, Michael Newman.
And that will end the quarter. 49-8 Hayden after 3. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
We head off to the fourth quarter here tonight in Topeka. And a 49-8 ball game. The Hayden Wildcats on top with the ball. 2nd and 6 to start the fourth. And they hand it off. Right side, bouncing it out is Padilla.
Ball carrier number 26, Dom Ridley.
And that's Ridley, rather. I thought it was 28. Looks 26, though, down to the 17 for 14.
Number 8, Tristan Bass.
Tristan Bass with the stop.
Very good for a Wildcat. First down.
Come back to the near side this time. And Brobst, who ran in the 2-point try, takes this ball down to the 4 for 13.
Stop made by number 1, Tristan Capel.
First down and goal for Hayden.
First down. First and goal for Hayden on the Bulldog 5-yard line.
Ridley works his way in, and it's a Hayden touchdown.
Touchdown, Hayden on the carry by number 26, Dom Ridley.
Oh, 55-8 with 11:03 left to play in the fourth. And this time it looks like the Hayden offense remains out there. And it's Brobst, who is brought down short of the goal line. Good play by Jake Van Horn. Drags the ball carrier down shy of the conversion, and it's 55-8 Hayden with 11:03 to play in the fourth on Baldwin Sports Live.
Insurance agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Kickoff fielded by Reichert at the 30. Dropped at the 39. And the Baldwin offense back out onto the field, down 55-8 with under 11 to go. And After that last score by Hayden, it has put us into a running clock situation here for the remaining 10 plus. So only stoppages of the clock will be on injuries or timeouts.
First and 10 for Baldwin on its own 39-yard line.
Baldwin turned it over for the second time in this game. Last time they had it, threw an interception on a nice play by the defender Holloway for Hayden. It's Vance Morgan who gets triple teamed on that tackle at the 40, maybe a yard for Vance.
Yeah, he got thrown down hard. He's slow getting up. Haven't been down on the field, but it looks hard.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. So landing like that probably doesn't feel good.
Landed on primarily dirt.
Yeah.
We were questioning whether they've intentionally made the field all the same color.
Certainly looks that way.
That one off the hands of Darnell and into the waiting arms of the defender with a full head of steam coming back the other way. Cade Mitchell is eventually brought down just shy of the 10. Back-to-back interceptions forced by this Hayden defense.
Number 25, Cade Mitchell.
Yeah, another one you can't really put that on Williams. Ball was tipped. I don't know who the intended target was. I think it might have been Sam Darnell. Yep.
And went right off of Darnell's hands.
Yeah. So when you look at the box score and you see those 3 interceptions, that's going to be deceiving. A couple of them weren't really his fault, but got to battle through it.
So Hayden back to work with a very short field this time from the 11. Dominic Ridley for the second straight series is into the end zone.
I mean, that's just a perfect view at it from this angle. You can see they just kick out the outside. They get a seal on the inside, injured Bulldog down there.
Yeah, that is Jake Van Horn, who has just had a tremendous sophomore season for the Bulldogs. And unfortunately, with 8:36 remaining in said season, he has become the latest Bulldog to fall victim to an injury. We're going to step aside. 8:36 to go. 61-8 Hayden on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Hey, where you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Jake Van Horn helped off of the field by a couple of teammates, as you never like to see players get hurt. And our best to Jake, and hopefully a minor injury that he'll be able to bounce back from. But The Bulldogs have certainly felt the impact of injury this year. And with 8:36 left to go in the season, trailing 61-8 here to Hayden. Hopefully not anything more than a minor injury there for Jake Van Horn. Extra point is coming up here for Hayden. Touchdown run from Dominic Ridley. Made it 61-8, and now they'll go for the 2 points. And Brobst is in this time. He is 2 out of 3 now on getting in those 2-point conversions. And that will make it a 63-8 lead for the Hayden Wildcats. Season high points put up in this one for Hayden. And now with the clock continuing to run, we will once again take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule, which is a long way off for you now, as we will be off until the winter sports season comes back around with the basketball season opener on Friday, December 2nd. Be sure to check out varsitysportslive.com for schedules, and you can view any of the past broadcasts as well. News and more online at varsitysportslive.com. You can find our upcoming schedule also in the Baldwin City Community Newspaper, your local weekly paper with the latest news, opinions, sports, ads, and more. Subscribe for just $5 a month and stay up to date with the latest local news from the Baldwin City Community Newspaper. Stop by downtown at the Nook, 703 8th Street to subscribe to your local weekly newspaper, the Baldwin City Community News, just $5 a month.
Number 88, Samuel Darnell.
Kickoff on the way and fielded on the short kick by Hamrick, and he works his way back to the 45. Casey Hamrick on that return.
Stop made by number 42, Andrew Rohr. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Looking back on this year, Bryce, I mean, it's been a lot of improvements coming from last year to this year, I think. And if you can just do that same kind of thing going to next year, you're going to be looking at a pretty good football team next year. The Bulldogs, I think.
Yeah, and I think they have a chance to make those same kinds of strides a year from now, as this is Vance Morgan on the carry, and the senior back picks up a couple. I mentioned it, just 5 seniors. And again, so you don't want to minimize the impact that those 5 guys have had on this program and the improvements we've seen. That's certainly been a big part of that. But on a team that struggles for numbers, what you'd hate to see is 10 guys exiting because of graduation. So they will bring back the vast majority of the guys that play every night. And that's just one more year of being bigger, faster, stronger, more confident in things. This is Morgan again. He is one of those 5 seniors playing in their final ball game tonight. Unfortunately, only 4 of the 5 Bulldog seniors getting a chance to play here in this final game of the night. Wesley Martin, one of those seniors that was injured in the game last week against Wellsville, not suited up tonight. The other 4 guys, though, Jonathan Wren, Sam Darnell, Jaden Michael, and Vance Morgan, all closing out their football career anyway. Many of them, if not all of them, play other sports, so they're not done suiting up as a Bulldog for the last time, but as a football player, they will be here tonight. But yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. A chance to continue to make big strides next year. And this is Williams rolling out and finding Darnell, who gets hit low, and that is good to see Darnell pop back up. He's got a bit of a limp popping up, but that could have gone terribly wrong, and it didn't, thankfully.
Another nice throw from Williams that time, rolling out to his left, put it right on Sam.
16 more yards on that completion. I think more than anything, creating some more depth will be as important as anything for this Baldwin team to take that next step as a program.
Absolutely. See a team like Hayden out here and how many guys they got on their sideline and just able to run guys in and out and keep everyone fresh.
Cody Buck for about 10, maybe 11. Looks like he moves the chains. Yeah, not only the big help keeping guys fresh on Friday nights, but he even just in practice situations, being able to have bodies to go up against in practice and not have to have everybody taking every single rep throughout practices. And some success this year, 3 wins for the Bulldogs, building off of the win they had in the finale of last year. And you saw numbers go up quite a bit this year compared to last year as Williams takes a deep shot and it's broken up. Capel turning into the defender there to break that play up in the end. It's an incomplete pass. Will bring up a second down. And they almost doubled their numbers from opening day 2021 to opening night 2022. Now, I don't know that we can expect another doubling of the numbers because that would require a lot of guys to decide to come out and play some football, but I certainly think you can increase that number yet again.
Yeah, I absolutely think they've, if anything, drummed up a lot of interest in this program, and it's taken some big strides, and I think a lot of guys are going to want to be a part of this.
Williams picks up a couple. Call it a 4-yard gain there for Ethan Williams.
Brings it 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs.
And also, I just think, looking ahead, you mentioned our upcoming broadcast schedule coming up in the winter, December 2nd, our first basketball game. I think it's going to be a really fun basketball season. If you have a chance to come out and watch the girls and the boys play, I think you should, because got some really talented players both on the girls and the boys team, and I think it's going to be a really fun year.
And they still, while our broadcasts are final after tonight here for the fall season, there still is soccer season going on for the Bulldogs right now, and the Bulldogs are in the state quarterfinals. They are putting together a nice little run here in the postseason. Baldwin is. They just defeated Eudora to win that regional championship. So as Williams on this 4th and 5 throws in, it is incomplete. Reichard had a shot at coming down with that one, but they will turn it over on downs and send it back over to Hayden. But the Bulldogs, they hosted that regional with Eudora and won that game on, what was it, Tuesday or Thursday night, just last night, Thursday night when they picked up that win. So they will now take on Bishop Ward, and that game will be at home coming up on Tuesday next week, 3:45 next Tuesday in the 4A quarterfinals. So good chance to go out and watch some really good soccer there. 13-4-1 is Baldwin's record, 13-4-1 Bishop Ward's record.
There you go.
3:45 is when that game will start next Tuesday. So get out there and support the Bulldog soccer team as the boys look to continue their run in the state playoffs. Now in the quarterfinals, final 8 teams remaining. And for those wondering, we would love to broadcast it, but we don't have the option because of some of the CASA regulations on our video broadcast capabilities of that match. So playoffs once it gets to that state level.
Yeah, if you get a chance, though, go out and watch them. They're a fun team.
Mitchell brought down by Newman, and that will do it. So 63-8 your final as the Topeka Hayden Wildcats advance in the state playoffs with a 63-8 victory, ending the Baldwin season at 3-6. We're back to wrap it up for you on the post-game show with our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game next on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here on the post-game show. Final from Topeka tonight, 63-8. Hayden with the victory over the Baldwin Bulldogs. Time to name tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game, the man who found the end zone, the only guy in the end zone tonight for the Bulldogs, senior running back Vance Morgan, tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. From investments to insurance, wealth management, and financial planning, Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you protect what matters most. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty good season put together by Vance Morgan. Kind of jumped onto the scene in one of those first couple of games and broke a couple big runs and had a nice game tonight, offensively and defensively. And like you mentioned, the only Bulldog to get into the end zone. So good on him and all the seniors tonight playing their final football game of their high school careers. They'll always look back on this and love the times that they had playing football. So last game of the year, but it was a fun season, I think. Saw some improvements from Baldwin, and hopefully they can improve some more going into next season and have another fun season.
Yep, no doubt about it. Is that will certainly be the goal. Get bigger, get faster, get stronger throughout this offseason. And again, it's not so called the offseason yet because many of these guys will play in more sports throughout the year, whether that be basketball or wrestling or baseball or track and field and whatever the case may be. But this was certainly a step in the right direction this year for this Bulldog football program after winning just one game last year and the first year under Bob Lisher. And I think one of the big staples of seeing the direction a program is headed is the participation, the numbers, and we saw that almost double this year, and we saw the win total triple this year from 1 to 3, and they were in multiple games as well that they didn't end up winning. But this is going to be a program that I think will make big strides again next year, and quite honestly, it's going to be another very manageable district again next year. So opportunity is going to be there for this Bulldog team, and hopefully the results of these last 2 weeks don't get too discouraging for them or for any of the other student body, because again, injuries certainly crippled this team in these last 2 weeks, and the Wellsville game, the way the injuries happened to that one just kind of pulled the rug out from them in that game. Coming into the night, they were very shorthanded, and that's the other thing. When we talk about depth, that helps sometimes kind of sustain some of those injuries, but the injuries that the Bulldogs suffered, the positions and the guys, it doesn't really matter which depth you have. They were going to be critical losses, and that certainly played out here in these last 2 games. So I don't want them to read too much into what the scoreboard showed these last 2 weeks, and really look at the strides they made as a whole, this whole team throughout the course of the year, and continue to carry that over into next season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you look at the results in the middle of that year, in the middle of this year, those 3 wins in a row they busted off, I think you got to look back on those games. And just overall, I think offensively, defensively, it was just much more well executed than last year. It's our second year doing this, and they just look like a more complete competitive football team this year. And like I said, bigger, faster, stronger, like you mentioned, come out next year, only losing those 5 seniors, and hopefully we can put a run together.
Yep, so a big thank you from the program to those 5 seniors for their contributions, sticking it out and helping turn this thing in the right direction. Vance Morgan, Jaden Michael, Wesley Martin, Jonathan Wren, and Sam Darnell, those 5 seniors on this group. And they will certainly be missed, but there's a lot of talent coming back next year for the Baldwin Bulldogs, and we'll see if we can continue to see that improvement that we saw this year. So that's going to wrap up this 2022 football season for the Baldwin Bulldogs. 3-6, the final record this year. Hayden advances on now 8-1 with a 63-8 victory over the Baldwin Bulldogs. And I do want to mention once again, don't forget that you still have Baldwin soccer playing in the state quarterfinals. They are 2 wins away from playing for a state title, if you can believe it. So get out there and support the Bulldogs soccer team coming up next Tuesday night. I shouldn't say night, really. It's next Tuesday afternoon/evening. 3:45 is the first kick scheduled time. Baldwin will host Bishop Ward in the state quarterfinals there in Baldwin for the 4A state soccer championships. So that is the quarterfinal, Baldwin, Bishop Ward, Tuesday, 3:45 in Baldwin. Be there, cheer loud, go Bulldogs. For Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Thanks for tuning in here this fall season. We've got a full winter season and spring season still to come, so check out varsitysportslive.com for all the upcoming schedules. You can view any of the old broadcasts as well on our YouTube channel at Baldwin Sports Live on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in throughout this fall season. I'm Bryce Kessler saying good night from Hayden with the Wildcats in the Bulldog season with a 63-8 final here on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
You've been watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Codiano State Farm Insurance, Heartland Plumbing, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hers Incorporated, Rice Precision Manufacturing, The Bullpen, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, New Frontier Tax and Business Services, the Lumberyard Arts Center, Jobats, Baldwin City Community Newspaper, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin's